Okay, we got an interesting day ahead of us, people. Interesting day ahead of us. I've been, first of all, I've been struggling for 30 minutes trying to make Twitch and YouTube and Restream all work together. My goodness, it has been massively annoying, frustrating even. A little bit for peoples to join. Banned, unknown user, unknown user, unknown user. Oh wow, that's a lot of bans. Why do people have to send all these bots and stuff, bro? I don't get it. I actually genuinely do not understand what's up with all these bots that get sent around. Press that button. Automatic. What was I gonna do? Uh, oh boy, man. Oh boy. Today is gonna be something else. Let me just tell you, bro. We gonna do the usual. We gonna do some Genshin Impact, right? Spiral Abyss. Do my dailies, whatever. I'm not doing the event because it looks like it's something I don't really care about. And then we're gonna watch a video together, and I'm going to explain why I'm actually a little upset about this video. But first, we wanna do gameplay first. Just because well, I guess technically we already know what the subject is gonna be based on the title, since let me ask you a question. For the titles of videos, like we already know the topic at hand, and then the thumbnail is gonna show you the topic at hand. Do you think intros for YouTube videos introducing the topic at hand is redundant, since the thumbnail and the title already tell you what the video is gonna be about? Do we think that's redundant, or like what's going on there? Do we think it's okay? Because maybe they're like, I don't think they're a listening only, because you would have to see the thumbnail first. You would have to in order to click on it. And then who knows if you read the title? It seems like a lot of people do not read the title. But some people have mentioned how um people, like, viewers will watch, or not watch. Viewers will see the title and already have a like bias before they go into the video. And then I have experienced this. I have read a title, looked at the thumbnail, and then waited for the exact topic in the thumbnail to actually be brought up, and it just never was brought up. So I definitely have run into that myself. So. But do we think it's redundant to introduce the topic of the video within the video, even though the thumbnail and the title already introduces the topic? Do we think that's redundant? Just gotta ask. Let me open Twitch on the PC real. Twitch.tv. And I know my channel has, like, constantly, it's been said that my channel has been on a temporary channel. I've just been waiting for certain things to actually work for me. I'm not gonna lie. I opened the I opened the stream, and then my voice completely shattered my train of thought. Sounds like I think it's redundant. I mean, I don't know if it's actually redundant or not. I just want to know if other people think it's redundant. Like if I, cause I was literally about to do it, is why I'm asking. I think it's good for content, but I don't know if viewers don't like when people do that or not. That's really why I'm asking. Cause like if we think it's redundant, then maybe I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like maybe I shouldn't be doing that if people think it's redundant. Maybe I should stop all that. Dude, my chat windows are not docking properly, bro. It's so annoying. Why are they not docking, bro? Don't have an opinion on the subject? Okay. I feels it. But man, today's about to be something. 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes trying to make the stream work. So Twitch was tripping because I couldn't use the word creep in the title. And I can't believe it. I just can't. I can't use the word creep. So whenever I was like logging in the restream and trying to set up my channels and my titles and stuff, they were like, "Oh, there's an error," and I'm like, "What? What error?" And then I like reconnected my channel like 3 times. It's been a mess this morning, bro. It's been a mess. I was supposed to start like 30, 40 minutes ago. It's been an absolute travesty. um, I guess we should get into it. So first off, we're gonna do my dailies. So we can get our 5 minutes of gameplay in, and then I'm gonna do the Spiral Abyss because that's like the only gameplay that I can actually do in this video game without being smacked in the face with unnecessary dialogue. And when I say unnecessary, I genuinely mean it. The voice actors aren't in the game, right? So why don't I have a skip button? Is my question. That is my question, bro. Why do I not have a skip button? If the voice actors are not even in the game. Dude, the whole voice acting situation with this game is absolutely nuts. Oh my gosh, man. That situation is crazy. She sets up. Hope this helps. I think that should never be a thing to be said at the end of the video. I think that is never a thing to be said. I think if you say that at the end of your video, I think you are setting yourself up for failure. Genuinely. So apparently I only have one combat event today. This is a combat game, bro. It's a combat game, but everything else is just, oh my gosh. I get so annoyed by that. What's the main gameplay of this video game? It's combat. Are you allowed to do combat? No. Like what? Why? Why though? Oh, I already got it. Okay. Wait, what were they fighting? They're gone again. Okay. Push to the healing form. Man, when we get into the video later, bro, oh my gosh. It's not that I have a bone to pick with the individual in question, but it's like what they're saying is so disingenuous that I just cannot stand it. think I need to fight bosses today. It's my only other form of combat is just fighting bosses. Guess that's what I'm gonna do. Am I going the wrong way? I am. Can we please like take climbing out of the game, bro? It's so slow. It's so slow, bro. At least in Breath of the Wild, like you climb way faster. And it's not like annoying to start climbing. But in this game, I'm going the wrong way. In this game, bro, oh my gosh, man, they make climbing so obnoxiously slow. This is why I don't ever go to Leeway, because it's nothing but climbing simulator. What you said previously, it is an unskippable dialogue. Yeah, it is unskippable. But it's just so dumb, bro. And then combat is secondary. You know what's crazy about that though? You know what's crazy about combat being secondary? This is a video game, right? This is a let me check what they actually describe the video game as, like the game developers themselves. An action role-playing adventure game. It's an action role-playing adventure game, right? So why is it that when I look for gameplay, they throw like 10 hours of dialogue in my face? And it's cool if certain players are like, oh well, I enjoy the story. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that it's absolutely insane for me to just not have any gameplay most of the time. I think that's absolutely nuts. Oh, I forgot to have this on. I'm thinking that skill is up this whole time. I don't like this boss. You know, I don't like any of the bosses that don't allow me to attack them. I just think that's lame. And I'm not even saying, oh, I think that's lame because I can't just unga bunga. No, like if this is a boss fight, I should be able to fight you, right? Can't just make yourself intangible the whole time. Like that's ridiculous to me. And then this move just wastes time. I feel like this team does not body that boss like fast enough. There's a lot of things that I don't like about this game, but like the main thing that draws me back all the time is the combat. And like that's just what the game is, you know? Like it's a game that's all about elemental reaction combat. Like people just don't get that though. They're like, no, it's a story game. I'm like, my guy, it's not just about story. It's fine if you like the story, but like it's to say that it's just a story game is disingenuous. And I think this game mechanic right here, where I have to go collect all these things, I feel like that's also a waste of time. Like I'm not even hitting them, like I just gotta walk into them. I'm going on a tangent, man. I am going on a tangent. And I'm sure the Genshin Impact players do not appreciate me talking anything critical about their video game. What do we think that criticism is for? What do we think the purpose of criticism is?
I can still keep going.
I swear if somebody says, "Oh, the purpose of criticism is to bring down like a game and its developers." I swear if somebody says that, you're just dumb. I swear if somebody says that, you're dumb. But I think that might also be the difference between like the artist and the consumer, because the artist knows that the whole point of criticism is to make things better. It's not some personal attack. Well, maybe not these new artists. The artists of today are so they're so unable to take criticism is what I'll say. They're just incapable of taking criticism, and it really does show. Holy, I'm taking a lot of damage from that. And I couldn't run away. Interesting. I was gonna say something, but like I knew what I was about to say was massively inflammatory, so I was just not gonna say it.
Illusion shattered.
Go ahead and do this other thing that you're doing. And I'm only fighting this boss, so we're all on the same page. I'm only fighting this boss because I need the materials that it has. And it's like it's the easiest boss to fight. It doesn't do a whole lot of BS like some of the other bosses.
Shine down. Rise with the sun.
Like turn invisible or be intangible for like 55 seconds. And it has like its brief intangibility segments, but it's not like it's not super egregious. That's that's okay. I wish this game wasn't as greedy as it is as well. This game genuinely is like really greedy with its materials. Let's say you get a brand new character, right? There are multiple situations in which you cannot build that character all the way up to level 90 on day one. And I think that's just stupid. And I don't even mean like talent label. I don't even mean like talent skills all the way up to
Thank you for completing
level 13. I don't even mean that. I mean like level 6 talents, right?
Add Astra.
Level 6 talents, level 90 character. The weapon doesn't really matter, but yeah. Tangent, I didn't realize how useful parrying is in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm telling you, man. I'm pretty sure you can parry anything in the game. Any attack, not anything, but any attack. I don't know if there's even a single thing that you cannot parry. Or a single attack that you cannot parry in that game. Garbage character. Okay, let me not say that those are garbage characters because I know people will have a fit if I say that. They're not actually garbage characters. Alright, Sproul Abyss, here we come, because that's this is my only real gameplay for this game, and I just want more gameplay. I just want more. It's a video game, for crying out loud, and I don't get any gameplay. I just think that's ridiculous. Been holding Link back this whole time. There's a lot of stuff you can do in that game. Combat wise, anyway. Dude, I remember jab locking Lionel. That was the craziest thing ever. That was actually really fun to do. I gotta go back and play Breath of the Wild, bro. Because Breath of the Wild, I feel like if you want a game for combat, then you want to play Breath of the Wild. But if you want a general sandbox game, then you should play Tears of the Kingdom. Is kind of my stance on it. I just don't think I think people that try to make Tears of the Kingdom out to be a like amazing Zelda game, I think they are way off base. It's straight up, they are way off base. There's there's no grapple hook. There's no Gale Boomerang. There's no dungeons. Like there's no real dungeons in the game. I'm gonna be honest. There just isn't enough Legend of Zelda in Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is Lego Zelda. Man, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy. Man, I was playing Lego Fortnite last night too. That's the funny thing. Oh my goodness. You know what's crazy is that saying that makes sense based on based on my experience with Lego Fortnite. Like saying that in for Tears of the Kingdom makes so much sense. Here's the thing though. In in Tears of the Kingdom, your machinations do not stay permanently. And I think that's dumb. I think if you're gonna allow people to make these air machines, they should just be able to keep the air machines. Like why do they despawn? I don't does the hover bike is the hover bike on a time limit when you use it? I think you can bring it anywhere as long as you stay near it, but I don't remember if it ever despawns. Like the wing. That's what it's called, right? The wing? Something? Something like that. Let's make a pyro team in here. Pyro, pyro, pyro. My Arlecchino is hot dog water, so I'm not even gonna bring her in here. You know, let's bring no, let's bring D-Look. Why not? Wing Streak Arbonte. Man. I don't know what they were doing. I I mean I know what they were doing, but I wish it was a different IP instead of what they did. You know, let's do this. And then I don't know. It's, you know what? Let me just body this area. Let's just run you. Let's just run premium teams because like it doesn't really matter anyway. Like I'm trying to make a team that's not deleting all the enemies instantly, but I also want to make like I also want to make a team that's actually fun to play, but doing that is potentially unnecessary. Let's run this. Nahida, cause why not? I guess. And we'll bring a healer. Make it a Burgeon team. So we don't have a healer. Uh. Hmm. Let's do this, I guess. Man, some of the things that are said later in that video just make me so upset. Hover bike is busted. Yeah, man. I get on that. That hover bike is crazy.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, really? Hold on, I'll get to you in a second. Don't you worry. Oh boy, that man got body for real. I just don't understand these I just don't understand enemies, or not enemies. I just don't understand bots like that. I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I'm incapable of comprehending the purpose behind it. This motorcycle in a fantasy game, I just think that's so dumb. Okay, look. If you're gonna put a motorcycle in a fantasy game, I think that what you should do is have the magic system make actual, like, vehicles most of the time, you know? Or machines.
Mind the side effects.
Say it's like based on like some kind of like, let's say that we, oh man, I think Breath of the Wild did it the best, unfortunately. With and I'm not even trying to like glaze Breath of the Wild, because I know people are gonna be like, oh well, you're just glazing Breath of the Wild because you don't like Tears of the Kingdom. No, that's not it. It's just that in Breath of the Wild, when they introduced the motorcycle, you had already beaten all the rest of the content in the game. So like there's no shattering or breaking of your immersion because you've already played the rest of the game. Now you can just have fun on the motorcycle, you know? But I know people are gonna try and take that the other way. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you just don't like Tears of the Kingdom." And look, I'm not saying that you can't like Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it is a bad Legend of Zelda video game. Okay, like I know people are gonna try to always misconstrue my argument there, but I just think it's a bad Legend of Zelda game. Because like its connection to Legend of Zelda is so few and far between. Like the main thing you get from that series is Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf, and that's like the main thing. Other than that, you get Impa, but she's old, so that makes her irrelevant in a way. And then that didn't kill you instantly, bro. What the heck? Wait, let me get off my motorcycle. There we go. And then after that, like the Triforce only made an appearance at the very end of Breath of the Wild, and then we never got any additional information from it. I just think that's, I like the concept of an open world Legend of Zelda game. I just don't like taking the Legend of Zelda and making it something that it wasn't. If somebody says that Legend of Zelda was not about dungeons, you're just objectively wrong. Why is there 8 dungeons in the first game? Why is a massive portion of the combat within the game centered around the dungeons if those games are not about dungeons? Explain that one to me. And then when you take dungeons out of the Legend of Zelda, people tend to like not like it because you've stripped away its identity. And I feel like a lot of games these days have been just doing that. Like they've been taking the identity of their original franchise and they've just been removing it from the franchise. Or removing it from the game, that is. In one way or another, that's what they've been doing. I'm just irritated by it. What is on this bottom half? Let's just run that same team. I meant down there. Oh wait, isn't she? Yeah, I think she's on her support build. That's why she didn't body the heck out of that enemy. I do not have a healer, but I mean, I guess we'll just run him. Why not? We'll just run that guy.
Let's hope you pull up a good fight. Seems like an emergency.
Control breathing. Start them.
I kind of wish this guy could hit multiple units at once instead of just targeting one guy.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the
Stronger. Let the doctor will see. Control breathing.
And a lot of damage, bro. I'm gonna say that Kinich, he's not running the artifacts that he's supposed to be running, by the way. He's just straight up not running that set. Dang, damage. I like the synergies between all of these characters in the whole game, not the Natlink characters. I think those characters are actually really stupid, but for most of the game, I like the synergies between all the characters, or at least most of the characters. I mean, I guess this guy technically has a little bit of AoE to his stuff. It doesn't feel like enough to me.
Quick as a flash.
lockdown.
No, I couldn't get it because the stupid attack wasn't up. Sack, how dare you hit me?
Target acquired. Yes, you are.
Oh, you're not dead. There you go. He's running whatever the Sumeru Dendro artifact set is. You know, I like the concept of the artifacts. I just wish they didn't make it a pain in the butt to acquire.
Goodbye.
Like, if they just didn't make it a pain to acquire them, then it'd be fine. You know what? If the artifact domains didn't cost resin at all, I think I'd have fun with it. But and I wouldn't care how long it takes me to get like artifacts and stuff. But like, I think it would just require the fact that there'd be no like resin requirement.
Remember, health comes first.
Why are you not attacking, sir? What, what was that about? He's just standing there. And I'm like, I kid you not, I am mashing the attack button this whole time.
Control breathing. Let
I got him cornered.
I'm kind of not interested in getting to the later floors. Or really, it's just floor 12 that I'm not interested in. Oh shoot, I almost walked directly into the giant laser. Cryo damage. They want me to have cryo damage. I'm just gonna run a completely busted team. That's what I'm gonna do. And then let's see. What's on the first half? Already forgot. Ew. Like there's any point in running a freeze kind of team. I want you, and then I don't know which one of these two characters does more damage. Is it you or is it? I guess what I could have done. Animo. Attack. Okay, you have more attack, and then you have. Hey yo, what's going on there? No consumables found. Wait, that was an EM piece, wasn't it? Is that an EM piece? Okay, good. That's what I needed. Oh, if I get an oh, never mind. That's already a max. Oh, I didn't even check her skill levels. Oh well.
Let's hope you pull up a good fight.
Adorn my night.
Why was he all up in my ear? Why was that guy so loud?
Show me your move.
It's 24 enemies.
You pull up a good fight. Let's hope you pull up a good fight. One with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Over here.
Dang, I didn't mean to just attack him. You didn't instantly die to that, bro? Back up. Bro, I hit him with the strongest punch ever and he did die to that, man. Alright, sir, I need you to follow me. Thank you. Thank you.
Hold that pose.
Oh, I just realized that I used my my burst and I skipped Xylonen's burst. Sorry, though, wasn't that necessary? You're not dead? Why you not dead? Oh, there we go. Sir, I need you to stop moving. This team is crazy. too bad that this super strong character is gonna get power crept in the next patch. Or not in the next patch, but you know, sometime in the future. Because they just love doing that. Wow, I'm such a huge fan of power creep. Such a huge fan, bro. Let me tell you, bro. Power creep is so amazing and fun. Man, it's like the best thing ever. It's like they know that I wanted my characters to get weaker over time because the HP of the enemies is way too high.
Bring it on.
My guiding stars. Stars.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows it.
This team kind of sucks for this. I'm not gonna lie.
Chip on up. Let the magic
Get the wind.
cold. Lines of
The good news is though is that I always have my skills and bursts up. That's the good news.
surprise.
I missed. No. And I think I mistimed. Actually, I don't think I even mistimed it. I just got unlucky.
Not now. Don't be scared.
Do I use my burst here? Yeah, why not?
Adorn my night.
Chip on up.
Bring it on.
Oh, I should have used her burst. Oh well.
The wind knows it.
Surprise. Use the spotlight.
Fracture.
Ew, no, this is bad. It's not that bad.
Not now.
Into the wind.
Over here.
Did I miss again? Man. That's fine though. She only needs like 2 more energy or something like that.
Hold that pose. Hard hitting exclusive.
Man, why are you not dead? What the heck?
Bring it. Here the echoes of the valley. Strike a pose.
Your journey ends here.
Stay teased.
Silence! The mighty be humble. Of sand, your sacrifice is ready.
Is my cryo not applied to him anymore? Brother. Sir, you're dead. You're dead, sir.
Bow your head.
I'm not gonna even use my burst this time around. Think there's any point in me doing that?
Stay teased.
Yeah, there's no point.
Silence!
Oh, the final chamber. Full of 60 enemies. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think I do know why. It's because of a Venti on the banner right now. But what's crazy is that instead of putting enemies in here, or instead of giving a buff for like Geo damage, they gave it for cryo. Okay, I guess. See the bow guys over there.
Fracture.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't like the bow guys. I think they need to not be in here. And the only reason I think that is because they just sit in place and they don't chase.
One with nature.
They sit just far enough away so that you have to move around to try to hit them in order for them to fall into any of your attacks. And I think that's kind of dumb.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind. The wind knows
I'm not saying that it should be made easy, but it should. I don't think they need to. I think they either need to spawn closer to the middle, because me walking around is wasting a lot of time trying to get over to them. Oh, that's why you sprint. Yeah, but sprinting costs stamina, bro. Why is that not bringing him? What the heck?
Not now. Don't be scared.
One with wind and cloud. Into the wind. One with nature.
Oh my gosh, he's right there. You mean to tell me that they couldn't bring him further? Move! F these. No, I missed.
The wind knows.
Austin, you're dead, sir. What? Get out of my face. Oh, this enemy. Bro? Okay. That was very strange. Okay, quickly, while they're right both there. Yup. Wait, I didn't get it in time? I don't really care. I've already beaten it. The 3 stars, I don't really care. See, I'm telling you, man, walking around wastes time, bro. Oh, this stupid chamber. All right, let me tell you why I don't like this chamber. Okay, before we even get into it. So, these two enemies, they both get bodied by Pyro, Dendro, and Cryo, right? These enemies over here get bodied by Pyro, Dendro, Cryo, pretty much. Well, not Cryo, to be honest. The only one that doesn't really give a shit about Cryo is this guy. That doesn't really matter. Unless you're like running a melt team, right? But like I'm not gonna be running a melt team. This guy, you kind of do want to bring Hydro, even though he's Hydro resistant, because in one of his attacks, if you just hit him with Hydro, he just kind of explodes. Not literally, but if there's a little thing that spawns in, and if you hit that with Hydro, it instantly allows you to stun him. So, oh man, I'm gonna have to talk about that later as well, aren't I? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we have this one, okay? So based on these two, you really don't want to bring Hydro because it doesn't really help you that much in this first chamber, and in this third chamber you can kind of get away with not having Hydro, just as long as you can attack enough or apply enough elemental application to just kill this thing, or just do enough damage outright, which is not that hard to do in this game unless you don't have like either super invested characters or like premium damage dealing characters. So up here on the top half, right, we have well, let's talk about the bottom half first. So you don't want to bring Hydro, right? There's an enemy in here that I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand why he's here. And that's the thing a lot. That's one of the things that I really don't like about Spiral Abyss from time to time, is because first off, we have enemies that are weak to certain elements, and then this is a consistent thing for most of the Abyss, right? And then we have an enemy that just completely throws that off. This enemy says, Nah, Chief. You want to bring Hydro. But these two are like, oh, well, we don't really care about Hydro that much. Cause these enemies have a lot of Hydro resistance. And then these enemies don't really care about Hydro. Like, in order to damage them, you kind of just don't bring Hydro. Because Hydro doesn't really help you that much. And these have Hydro resistance. So, tell me why we have an enemy in this chamber that gets bodied by Hydra. I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. I don't get why you would do that. I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh, I don't understand, bro. I just don't get that. Why are you here? What would make sense here is if they put the other version of this enemy, because the other version of this enemy, it doesn't take a lot more damage from pyro, but if you deal enough pyro damage, it just bodies it. This one, on the other hand, always has pyro damage on. So either you bring a Dendro character that excels at burning damage, or you bring a Hydro character that excels at vaporize, or you bring a cryo character that excels at melt damage. You might be like, okay, well, what's really the problem? Right? What's really the problem here? These you said earlier that these two guys take damage from Cryo, Dendro, and Pyro, right? And then the same with these guys. They also take not significant, but pretty okay damage from Pyro, Dendro, Cryo. So just bring a Cryo character for that guy, right? Or a Dendro character. The thing is that they don't have enough Dendro units for burning. They genuinely do not have enough Dendro units that excel at burning. There's only 2 characters that do that. And then I can't bring Hydro at all, really, because it'll mess with my team synergy most of the time, unless they're super invested into. And then for Cryo, you have to have a Cryo character that does enough damage and enough Cryo application to just run through everything. The only character in the game that fits that standard to me is Wriothesley. I don't have Wriothesley, so that option is completely out of the question for me. And you want to know why I don't have Wriothesley? Is because he's not a self-sustainable character. Like Neuvillette is. I like Neuvillette because he is a full character. He doesn't need a healer. He does a lot of damage. He is he's easy to play, or at least he's fairly decently understandable character to play. He doesn't really need a battery in order to do damage like some of these other characters. Like he's straight up a self-sustainable unit. Yeah, his damage might fall off if you don't do like elemental reactions, but he genuinely is a self-sustainable unit. Wriothesley does not self-sustain himself. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why they don't just make him self-sustainable from C0 like Neuvillette is. Neuvillette is the only character so far that I have actually been okay with gaining constellations for. That's a 5-star unit. That's besides the Traveler anyway. Because all of his constellations are free. But he's the only character. Only limited 5-star character that I've gone, yeah, you know, I actually would like his constellations. Because he's the only character that feels like a real character. He can heal himself. He does a lot of damage. He doesn't need a battery for him to use his burst. Like he's just that good. Well, he's just a full character. He's all in one basically. Cloran to a lesser extent. She can't like fully heal herself really. unless she has like a bunch of bond of life. But I think that mechanic's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't keep her safe at all. But it's all right at the end of the day. She's like the second closest. Risley, I think you have to play a very specific way in order for him to be self-sustainable. But I just think that's ridiculous. Honestly, I think his charge attack should just heal him for like 75% of his max HP. And I only say that because I don't understand why he's HP negative by default. I just don't get that. You could say that Chlorine is also HP negative by default, but like she's not HP negative in the same way that Risley is, because Risley actually takes his HP away from him. And obviously I don't have Risley, so I can't even show you, but let's get this team underway, bro. Let me stop yapping about why I don't like this Abyss. Wait, I didn't even talk about the first half. I didn't even talk about the first half. I'll get to that later. Where is who do I want on my second half? I think it's, oh wait, I want you down here, and then I want you up there. Can we please get some more pyro healers in this video game, bro? Why is there like 20 hydro healers and there's like only 2 pyro healers? What's going on, bro? Oh, there's only 2 dendro healers. Yeah, because dendra's a more or less newer element archetype, bro. Relax. I need you to calm down. And there's like 3 or 4 cryo healers, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? There needs to be more electro healers too. I think in general, they're just, a lot of these support units need to just straight up heal as well. I'm gonna be honest. We're this character, Kirara, she needs to heal. She needs to heal her team. Oh, but that completely gets rid of the point of Yao Yao. No, it doesn't. No, no, it doesn't. She just needs to heal a little bit. She doesn't need to heal a whole lot. She just needs to heal just a little bit. Okay, just a tad. And then Yao Yao is just straight up a healer. So I mean, I don't really need her to do anything. The only thing I would like her to do is like buff attack, but I don't even think she needs to do that because the only, like, if you're a dendro healer and just straight up a dendro healer, I feel like you're fine. Unlike some of these other elements, like if you're a pyro healer and all you do is heal, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Now, okay, the best pyro healer in this game would be a pyro healer that scales off of attack. That would be the best pyro healer, and they deal off-field application, not damage. They don't have to do a whole lot of damage, right? They just need to do off-field application. And if they did that, that would be a top-tier pyro unit. I mean, it would be better if they actually did do off-field damage, but I feel like that's besides the point. I need another pyro character, right? Don't I? Oh yeah, you. Okay, so the top half. Cause we're gonna take like 20 minutes talking about this. The top half, right? All these are hydro units. Oh, okay, for the first and third chamber, right? Hydro units. If you have hydro units ahead of you and you know you're gonna run into hydro units, explain to me how dendro isn't the best choice. Maybe like, oh, you can use vaporize and kill them that way. Okay, but why is dendro not the better option? You hit them once with a dendro attack, and the next time The next time Dendro or when the blooms explode, it just reapplies Dendro. And then if you have a Hyper Bloom team, explain to me how that's not bodying these enemies. I'm gonna bring a aggravate team in here, right? But then I can't because of this guy. I can't because of him. He does he I don't know if he actually is resistant to electro damage, and to be fair, I don't actually think he has like high resistance to electro damage. I think he just has high resistance to all damage. But if I bring Dendro in here, I feel like Dendro is useless. Because it just isn't doing enough damage in comparison to these other enemies. Like, if I bring Dendro into this team, I'm bodying them wholeheartedly, like instantly. I'm instantly deleting them. These enemies don't stand a chance if I bring an aggravate team in here. Or even a quicken team. Like, they just don't stand a chance. But if I bring that same kind of team in here with this guy, it's not going to perform the same. Now, this isn't as egregious as this one. But I'm not gonna lie, this enemy, I think this enemy needs to go away. Instead of this this enemy, I think what it should be is the Pyro Wyup is what I think should be in here. Or not Pyro, the Hydro Wyup should be in here. I think if I was gonna balance this, I would just throw a Hydro Wyup here, and then like some other Hydro enemies, like maybe like I would throw in some Hydro Cranes and a Hydro Finch for the first part of the first half, and then second half would just be the Hydro Wyup. That's what I would do. But then again, I don't think that makes any sense because Geo damage bonus and then a cryo damage bonus on second half. The cryo damage bonus on the second half makes sense for what's in there, but we have an Anemo unit on banner right now. So why do we have a cryo damage buff? Why not just give it an Anemo damage buff? I don't, or an elemental mastery buff at that. And then why? I get Geo, but if we're gonna have Geo, right? If we're gonna have Geo, I understand this is supposed to be a Navia team. You're supposed to bring Bennett, Xylonin, Navia, and some other Pyro unit. Probably, what's her face? Mavwika. Probably her. But I don't understand, bro. I just don't get it. Why are you here? Why are you here? Anyway, we're gonna run this. And this isn't gonna be that bad. This first half. I think this first half is just annoying because it just does an unnecessary amount of damage. But and yeah, I am gonna get hit here, but like I don't really care about getting hit sometimes. Because he's not going to do like enough damage in one hit to auto kill me. But I know if you bring Bennett in here, it's very easy to get bodied. Woo! Almost missed time that. Are you going to disappear? No, you're not. Ooh, did I kill that guy? I did not kill that guy. Oh well. Oh my gosh, you do damage, bro. I had to focus on dodging for a second there.
There is no escape. You asked for it. Stop right there. Drop your weapons.
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
Now you shall perish.
I need to edit Chevrus's artifacts and make her heal a little bit more.
Illusion shut.
I did the wrong thing. And to be fair, this team definitely bodies this team. No, die, kill it with fire.
Drop your weapons. Final warning.
Ah, what the hell?
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
I did the wrong thing again. Oh my gosh. Let's just do my first. Why not? I didn't really need that burst. I can just get it back pretty quickly in the next one anyway.
Locked up.
Okay, perfect timing. Well, maybe not perfect timing, but
Target acquired.
oh shoot. I mistimed it. I mistimed it. Oh shoot, you died? Why did he die? I didn't hit him.
Teamwork is strength. Reconstitute. Full throttle. Pyroclastic surge.
Locked up.
Why are you not healing? Why are you not healing? Why are you not healing? Why are you not healing?
Mine to command.
Your soul. Get out of here. Going in.
Don't run, don't run, don't run, don't run. Okay. Thank you.
Target acquired.
Oh, you ran anyway, you sack. Don't y'all know, bro? Y'all can't run. You just got to. Please don't kill me. Okay, good. Ow.
Benny's adventure team.
Why am I getting jab locked like that? Why am I getting jab locked? Can I tech in this game? The answer is no, you can't. You can kind of like negate a little bit of fall damage, but like you can't actually tech. I think that's kind of.
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
I think that's a kind of a mid situation.
There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Gosh, that move really scares me.
Stop right there.
Be free. Go. You're free now.
If you're wondering why that move scares me, it's because every time I like dodge, like I can't really tell where the actual move is sometimes. And I know there's giant circles on the ground. Yeah, I see that. It's just sometimes I get hit anyway. Even though I dodge, I get hit anyway, and I just don't get that. Oh, he didn't move closer to me? That sucks. Pretty sure he should have, but oh well. Oh my gosh, why did you not switch, you giant dingus? That's gonna mess up my time for sure. Yeah, like I dodge, but I still get hit. Don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Not too far now.
Why are you going over there, bro? Nothing over here. I need to make my traveler do more damage, but it's alright. I should have been able to dodge that.
I got him cornered.
Lost enough damage. Ah, don't hit me, don't hit me. I ran out of dodge, I only get 2. I think that's dumb personally, but whatever. Don't do the annoying thing, don't do the annoying thing, okay. That still hit me, why? Why? He died! He was dead! He was dead! Why does it still hit me if he's dead? Alright. Nope, 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 you're staying down here. I cannot have you jumping up in the air.
Mine to command.
Wait, what killed me last time? Already forgotten. Oh, you running away. Don't run from me, you massive sack. Ah, I switched in hit too early. Ah. I think characters should have invincibility when they spawn in. Also, why doesn't Farina have invincibility when she's finishes her burst? Like, I get hit at the tail end of my burst for some reason. I don't understand why that is. You're doing this attack earlier. I don't like that. See, I still get hit, but I dodge. Like, what happened, bro? Massive sack. Oh, he didn't dodge.
Stop right there. Drop your weapons.
Time to say hello.
Illusion shattered.
Oh, thank God he didn't kill me. Almost didn't dodge that.
Final warning.
Be free. Go. You're free now.
There is no
Don't dodge. Okay, thanks. Don't move, stay here.
Shine down. You asked for it. Drop your weapons.
Yep.
Final warning. Stop right there.
Tell me what you see.
I like fighting this boss with this team. I just think he does too much damage sometimes. I dodged, I literally dodged. I don't understand. I waited specifically to dodge it. Stop, bro.
Farewell. Time to say hello.
Jeez. I'm trying to do stuff, man.
Shine down. Inazuma shine
You're so massively annoying, sir. Alright, you're dead. I better not have to do that again.
Extract a little ambiance. Let the engine light up.
Oh shoot, I went the wrong way. Trying to predict it. And use the burst.
Mine to command.
Dodge the attack.
Reconstitute.
Yeah, bro. Come on, please hurry. Okay, he's dead. Perfect. Alright. Can you move? Okay, you do that, and then
Neutralize. This will brighten up the place. Ugh.
I don't understand what hit me there.
Target acquired.
Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Yep. I think my burst is massively underpowered. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. Don't move. Okay, good. Wait, did he actually move there? Was that his moving attack? Ugh!
Everybody stand. Reconstitute.
Ooh, I didn't have time. I didn't have time. Huh? Ain't no way he stopped my attack with that, bro. I almost got hit.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Alright, Malvika, I need you to heal up a little bit. Then I don't get my energy back. My energy. I needed that. I needed that energy. I required it for sustenance.
Drop your weapons. Final war.
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
Torn to oblivion.
I think my rider needs to do way more damage than what she's doing. Quickly, 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 quickly. Use your skill. This pillar nonsense is. Hey, yo! Oh my gosh. Get up there, bro. I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed right now.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines.
Pretty sure I lost my buff like a while ago. I would have still had it if they would have just done the thing. I think those pillars are dumb, bro. Take that stuff out of the game. So stupid.
Drop your weapons. Final war.
Be free.
I know technically a lot of the characters can climb it. All of the characters in the game actually cannot climb those though. So somebody says, oh, every character in the game can climb it. This is foreshadowing, by the way. If somebody says that all characters in the game can climb it, they're just lying.
Stop right there. Final
Switch. Thank you. Attack. These dumb barriers are just dumb too, by the way.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion. You asked for it.
I missed? What? I don't know how that hit me. I don't know why that one hit me either. Ooh, burst, burst, burst.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Switch. Attack, shoot, the bow. Jeez, man, what the heck? Why are you being so slow?
Illusion
Oh, I'm about to waste my skill back, please. Traveler's the only one that doesn't have a skill, and that's not a huge issue. Oh, give me back my energy. Thank you.
Extract a little ambiance.
I got him cornered.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna make me use my freaking burst, isn't it? Oh, how annoying. Just die. Why does this enemy have so much health? Why? Why do you have so much health? For no reason. You have so much health for no reason. Just die. That didn't kill you? What? Get out of here, man. What did you aim at, Kanich? Why did that hit me?
Get out of here.
So, I'm. His attack is behind me. Where are you? Stop giving enemies teleporting attacks, bro. Stop doing that. That's not fun. It's just annoying. It's just straight up annoying. And then he teleported again, bro. Just stop. Just stop. It's just annoying. It's not fun. It's not challenging. It's just annoying.
I got him cornered.
The only time like I would understand like an enemy teleporting is if I am beating them up and then they launch a counterattack. And their counterattack is what gives them this intangibility. Or gives them the ability to teleport, I mean. Why didn't I get my attack back again?
This'll brighten up the place.
How? When I used my freaking ability, bro. Sometimes the enemies hitting me when I use an attack that I know I should get some like resistance on, or some stagger resistance on, like it just doesn't make sense, bro. I had the thing. What happened? Use your skill. I need you to die. Okay. There we go. I don't like the Wyobs only because of that skill. Only because of that that shield that they put up. If the shield was easier to break, I wouldn't have a problem, but yeah, they apply so much elemental application on it. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. Don't hit me and stagger me, you sack. It's not Xenoblade. You're not gonna stagger lock me. Or topple lock me. Dude, topple locking enemies in Xenoblade is disgusting. Ow, can you stop, sir? I had to use that out of order because he would have killed me otherwise. What hit me, bro? What hit me?
You asked for it. Final warning. Drop your weapons.
Go. You're free now.
I definitely dodged right after I did my attack, but yeah, sure, whatever. Can't tell me I shouldn't have iframes there.
Stop right there. Drop your weapons.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I knew I was gonna get hit. I mistimed it.
Illusion shattered. Now.
I'm not being super duper careful here. I really should be.
Shine down.
Oh, I thought I timed that perfectly. Oh well.
Go. You're free now. Not too far now.
Oh, hello? What happened? My input wasn't taken at all, bro. That's annoying. Take my input. Take my input. I feel like this is Smash Bros. And just not taking my inputs, bro. What the heck? Did you know that Smash Bros. Has native input delay? I've known that for years, but it just... The more I play that game, the more I hate it.
We go.
So when people say I pressed XYZ, they actually did press XYZ, but like it didn't get the input didn't get taken because there's an input delay. It's kind of why I don't want Sakurai to make them in the next Smash Bros. Game, because I swear he's going to do something stupid. I'm not saying that he is bad at making Smash Bros. Games. It's just making it so that making it so that there's a mandatory macro in the game is absolutely insane. Oh, come on. Oh, that's massively annoying. I wish this enemy did not get staggered like it does. It doesn't really make any sense for it to get staggered so easily. I'm not in the circle. Move.
Teamwork is teamwork. Neutralize. Try and stop me. Light up the blazing sun.
Kill him. Kill him! Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, I shouldn't have walked back over here. Should have let him do his thing. Ow, ow. Come here. Come here. Get over here.
Everybody stand back.
Ow. I mistimed my dodge.
Reconstitute. This will brighten up the place.
Oh no. Wow, I actually should have died there. Oh, use your burst. Oh. Okay. Gotta break that, gotta break that, gotta break that, gotta break that, gotta break that. I gotta break that, I gotta break it. No, I don't. I'm good, I'm chilling. Bodied. Easy, bro. Easy. I know people are gonna be like, oh, you didn't get 3 stars in the abyss. What matters is that I beat it, okay? That's what I came here for. I came here for challenge. I didn't come here to beat some stupid timer that I don't care about. Unless it's like floor 11. If it's floor 11, I do want to beat that timer. But if it's floor 12, I don't care about beating the timer. I just wanna have a decent time. Now I will say with this Spiral Abyss, even though I had to work my Xenoblade brain, and when I say that I mean like overdrive, right? Because that's how I kind of treat some of these characters' abilities. I will say the challenge is fun, but I think the flexibility is super broken. There is no way some of my other teams are gonna ever be able to beat this. My Neuvillette team is not gonna be able to beat the bottom half, even though he genuinely should. He should be able to. Like if I bring this team in, he should be able to beat that. Straight up. In my personal opinion. I even have a Quail character. Look, a Quail character. Even though she does no damage somehow. I don't get it. I don't get how she does no damage. All of her attacks scale off of attack, and if she has like 2,000 attacks, she still doesn't do any damage. I don't get that. I guess I just need her constellations, and then she might do some damage. But like, I feel like that's stupid. She should just be able to do damage. I think all characters in this game should just be good at a baseline. Do we actually think that that's asking too much for all characters to just be good by default? There's a lot of characters in this game that are just garbage by default. Lanyon is garbage by default. I don't care what anyone wants to say. I don't care about your recency bias. She's garbage at a default. At C0, her talents are at 5, 5, and 5. Right, that's what I'm saying at a default baseline level, in level 80. Right, because level 90 requires you to do a bunch of BS. If I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, but level 80, our talent levels at 555. Artifacts are kind of, I don't want to count artifacts because they aren't consistent really ever. If they were consistent, I would count them, but like I'm not even gonna even think about artifacts at the moment. But yeah, level 80 character. I don't think her weapon matters all that much. Let's just say like a general attack stab, right? Or a stat stick, if you will. And then talent levels at 5, 5, and 5. I think that's perfectly fine at a baseline for everyone to get. I think if you're not a good character at C0, level 90, basic attack or basic weapon that suits your needs, level 80 weapon, we'll say, and talent levels are at 5, 5, and 5. I think that's a bad unit. And yeah, sure. Characters like Mika and Mizuki, I'm not gonna count Mizuki. Characters like Mika, I know he's at level 1. I didn't want him when he came out because I was like, oh, a physical damage character. Who cares? Why do I care about that? The answer is that I don't care. I don't care about that. But characters like Mika, his most useful attribute is that he heals. And he heals a lot. But like in order for him to heal that much, you have to invest into him a whole lot. Amber is one of those characters where you have to invest into a whole lot in order to see that damage output. And I just think that if you need to invest into a character like a boatload, I think that character is just bad. Like okay. Cookie Shinobu, Xingqiu, Bennett, Jiang Ling, Fischl, Kaya to a certain extent, Layla, Nuvalette, Farina, Raiden Shogun, Kazuha. Like all those characters are just good at a baseline. Even Emily, Xylonen, Nahida, Al Haytham, Baiju, Tanari, all these characters are just good at a baseline. But there's a lot of characters that are just garbage. Sayu, Sara, Xinyan. Now, granted, some of these characters can be good. They can be good if you invest a ton into them. The problem is that you have to invest a ton into them. That's the problem. Most players are not going to do all that. Do you have any idea how much investment Amber needs in order to be decent? Matter of fact, let's take a look at the character. Let me show you. Let me show you why this character is ridiculous. As you can see, I have no artifacts on because I have no interest on leveling this character. But this character is so. Wait, hold on, what? Damn, this. Okay, this right here should show you just how much I don't like this character. This right here, these talents, I didn't even know that these weren't leveled at all. Oh my goodness. So let me tell you what this means. If I don't level a character, even at level 1, if I don't even decide to level them past level 1, that character is bad. Now Mika, I do plan on leveling him. Because I know he's good. He has good healing. But that's the only reason I plan on leveling him. Because he could be really good on Farina teams. Specifically for healing. He's like Gene, but with less utility. Bro, this is shattering to me. I didn't even realize that I didn't even level this at all. Holy. Even Sara's leveled. And Sayu. Even Xinyan. Candace is leveled, bro. This character is so bad that I didn't even level this character anymore. So, okay, so even Sara, she's like level 60 and Sayu's level 70. She got to level 40 and I never ever leveled her up. And what's funny is that I leveled up Kaya and Lisa. I continued to level them up because I thought they were actually good in what they were doing. They actually filled their roles pretty well. Amber is the only one that didn't fill the role. And the reason is because she just doesn't do enough damage. Her burst. Let's take her into the abyss real quick. Let's just take her into the abyss real quick. Let me show you. I'm gonna go to like one of these earlier levels. I don't know if this starts me out with let's not use the electro chambers. Holy. Alright, never mind. What are these guys? 25? Okay. That's serviceable, at least. Let me bring Zinyan, you, and, do I have an electro shielder? Oh my gosh, that's another thing I hate about this game, bro. We don't have the most basic, basic utility for each element. The basics. There's not a shielder for every single element. We just got an Animo shielder. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This game actually gets on my last nerve. Pyro shield, finally. We have 2 pyro shields. Okay, great. We have an Animo shield, finally, that we just got. We have a Geo shielder. I'm gonna be honest. We need another Geo shielder. And I need that character to straight up just be a Geo shielder. Okay? I'm not talking about Zhongli. Zhongli doesn't count. Okay, Zhongli does not count. I need a Geo. Nah, actually never mind. I take it back. We don't really need another Geo shielder cuz Zhongli does genuinely just do that job perfectly. So yeah, never mind. We don't need another Geo shielder. But yeah, we have 2 Geo shielders for, well, Geo, 2 Pyro shielders. We have no Hydro shielders, which is stupid. We just need a shielder for each element. I don't understand why we don't have that basic level of utility. I don't get it. And I know people early on were trying to tell me, "Oh, well, Beto has a shield." She has a shield on her skill, and then in her constellation she gains a shield. But that's not basic utility. It's not. And that shield that she has on her skill only lasts for like a second. And it's meant to parry attacks. It's not meant to be a shield. This is the Dendro shielder. She's actually really good at Dendro shielding. Uh, I, personally, I do not count Baiju shielding as a shielding because it doesn't stay up and it doesn't actively shield you. It's like a paper thin shield that lasts for like 3 seconds and then it goes away and then it refreshes and then it goes away and then I just don't count it. I feel like it's doing the least. We have no electro shielder, no hydro shielder, and then I know some people are gonna be like, oh, what about Candace? Candace, again, just like Beto, doesn't even bring up a shield. She just has intangibility frames, from what I'm seeing. It's not even the same. I mean, like actual dedicated shield units, characters that are dedicated to defensive properties. We have 1, 2 cryo shielders, 3 because Sitlali's also a cryo shielder, even though her shield's kind of thin, but it doesn't really matter too much. Um, is that it? Cryo shielder, pyro shielder, animo shielder, geo shield, no electro, no hydro. Is that all the elements? Geo shield, pyro shield, cryo shield, dendro shield, and then no electro, no hydro. I am missing an element. What element am I missing? Pyro, dendro, cryo, animo. Wait, no, am I tripping? Hold on. So there's cryo shielders, there's pyro shielders, there's 1 dendro, or there's technically 2. 2 dendro shielders, 2 geo shielders. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, let me put it down here so I can actually like keep it my mind. You you uh there you and Geo Shield and then Cryo. Okay. And then we're just missing Hydro and Electro for shielders. And then we just need more healers. And we need more cryo DPS, bro. Stop giving me so many cryo defensive units. It's actually annoying. Let's look at our defense units. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's not even all. It's not even all of them. I'm pretty sure there's more than that. But anyway, let me bring let's bring Amber in here. Then I'll show you. It's just Amber is so weak, bro. I think Amber is definitely one of the worst characters in this game. If not the worst, even though Aloy exists. I think Aloy is probably the worst, because at least Amber can get a... What's it called? Wait, that thing has health? Oh, she actually killed them. How much damage she do? Look at her burst, bro. Look at her burst. That is the worst burst in the game. The worst one. It's a small amount of pyro damage. I just can't be bothered, bro. Did that do no damage? No way, that did no damage.
Told you I'd win.
What? I think maybe that did no damage because maybe it'll do damage now. Since it's closer. Okay, yeah, it did do damage. I didn't even look at the numbers though. I'm gonna be honest, I straight up just did not look at the numbers. $15K. Yeah, she just doesn't do enough damage, bro. She just doesn't. Her burst is so weak. It's so weak. This is a little disingenuous in this chamber though. And the reason why it's disingenuous is because those are like level 25 enemies. I need to like fight like level 40 enemies. So let's see, where's some level 40 enemies? Ah, perfect, right here. There's some level 40 enemies. Maybe we should go here though. These are 45. You. Terrible synergy, but I just want to prove points. That's all it is. Actually, I want to see if Layla can beat all these enemies on her own. 403 damage, oh my. I mean, she can though. She can kill him. Oh, that just killed everyone. What? Yeah, it's doing damage, bro. How much damage you doing?
Go, Baron Bunny.
No, don't back away from him. Or it. Man. Alright, how much damage does burst do?
No escape.
He walked out of it. He walked out of it. He walked out of it, bro. He walked out of it. Oh my gosh. I can't with Amber, bro. I just can't. Why is she not better? Oh my gosh. I thought she was really fun early on. It's just, oh my gosh, bro. I hate that. I just hate that character. Genuinely hate her. Anyway, I think what I will do, since we're almost at 2 hours, I think I will save the video that I was gonna react to. I think I'll save that for tomorrow. Because, or maybe not tomorrow. Maybe it depends on when I get back. Tomorrow. It might be early. We'll see. Um. Oh man, it's just a lot of the things. So the video in question that we're gonna be reacting to. You were here for the video. Listen, I had an hour and 45 minute rant about But the good thing is that my rant about the characters in this game and like power creep that I didn't really get too deep into um is a precursor to this video. Cuz I have watched quite a little bit of the video and I'm just really upset as to how disingenuous one of the two people are being. The other person, he isn't really making the best argument or really explaining. No, well, that's not exactly true. He does explain it a few times and it makes perfect sense if you actually like take a step back and you look at it. But the other guy was just being massively disingenuous. And then the other guy caught on. He was like, "Okay, well, we're just going around in circles because you're doing this thing where I give you something that's very specific and then you turn it into something else." And I thought that was crazy too, cause I caught that the first time that it happened. I was like, "Okay, well, hold on. He didn't say that. It's not even about that." But yeah, it's almost been 2 hours. We've been messing around in Spiral Abyss. I really like Spiral Abyss. I just wish that oh my gosh, just let me in there. Just let me in. I just wish that instead of 4 floors that actually give me like, honestly, it's not even 4 floors. It's honestly just these last two that give me challenge. But I think that if we're gonna do power creep in this video game, you need to scale the difficulty of the end game to the account. I think that's what you have to do if you're going to introduce so much unnecessary. And I want to make it clear that it is absolutely unnecessary that power creep exists. It's just ridiculous. You don't need to make the next new shiny character deal 2 billion damage. And then the next new shiny character needs to do 5 billion damage. And then the next new character after that needs to do like 8 trillion damage. You don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to do that. Take Xenoblade Chronicles X for example. The new shiny character just doesn't just do 8 billion damage for no reason. They don't do that. Now, to be fair, I am talking about a $60 game. To be fair, I am talking about a $60 game. A $60 game that isn't some live service. But I don't think it matters that much. The core principle of power creep doesn't need to exist. The new character, the new shiny character just needs to be fun and interesting and unique in comparison to the rest of the cast. Like what I said earlier about a new pyro healer that heals a ton, does some pyro application, right? A character like that would be amazing. Maybe they buff like your attack damage by 20%, right? They give everyone a 20% damage increase for all elements. If they did that, there'd be no reason for you to make them be like the strongest healer or to make them give like the biggest damage buff or have the most elemental application of any character that's ever existed. You don't need to do that. you, you don't need to do that, bro. And what's crazy is that you don't even need to you don't even need to do to make them that unique. You don't even need to do that. You just need to make them look cool. And people still get the new shiny character. Will they use the new shiny character for endgame content? Maybe not. Hold on. Let's go to the character selection screen, or all the characters rather, because there's a lot of characters I don't have. Now I just want you to keep in mind the characters that I don't have, I either don't want, or another character came out around the time that their rerun or whatever was going on, and I was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I gotta get this other character. Venti, he would be a good character to have, and he is on banner right now. The only problem is that Escoffier is coming out the next patch, and I want that character. So, if the next patch didn't have a character that I wanted, I'd just go get Venti right now, because I have a guarantee to get the next character. But like, sorry Venti, but Escoffier is coming next patch, and I just don't care about you. I don't care about you enough to use my guarantee on you. Klee, garbage. No, she's just garbage. I don't care what anyone says, she's just trash. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. She's garbage. She's too clunky. She is a character that when you play this character and then play other characters, you know that she is an old character based on how she plays. You know how when you go back to some of these older games after playing these 60 FPS, smooth as butter video games, and you go back to some of the old retro games, and you see how clunky those games are? That's what she is. And I just don't want to play that. Child, he's just bad. And the reason why he's bad is because if you use his better, in air quotes, if you use his better variant, which is the dagger version, you can't use that version of him for like a minute. All his damage falls off instantaneously, and I just think that's boring. And if you have C6, if you have his 6 constellation, which costs, I think it's like $12,000. I kid you not. It probably costs, that's like the bare minimum of how much that costs, by the way. It's like $12,000. If you have C6, he's actually good at C6. Genuinely, he's a good character. It's just that I just think that he's hot trash until you get C6. I don't understand. I don't get it. Which is why I will never get this character, because I feel like I'm required to get C6 in order for him to actually feel like decent. Zhongli, the only reason I don't have him is because he makes all my teams weaker. Or at least most of my teams. He makes most of them weaker. And that's because he's just a shield character. And then he like petrifies enemies on his bursts. And I just don't he doesn't have enough utility for me at a baseline to actually make me feel like I would actually need him or want him as a character. I think he's cool. He doesn't have enough utility for me. But I know that that's not something that most characters will look into. When I play a video game, I want my characters to have utility, and if they don't have enough utility, I don't like them. And that's just how it is. Ganyu. Man, I know a lot of people have said a whole lot of stuff about Ganyu, bro. I know a whole lot of people have said some stuff about Ganyu. Listen, Ganyu is a sub DPS, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You just can't convince me otherwise. She's a sub DPS, mate. I'm sorry, she just is. She's just a sub DPS. She can be a main DPS if you specifically try to play her that way, but based on how her kit is, she's a sub DPS. I like I don't know what to tell you. The good thing that I will say about Ganyu is that I feel like if she healed herself, she would be a fully self-sustainable character. But since she doesn't heal herself, I don't have her in good regard. Unlike Nouvelette, he just does everything. And characters that just do everything and and just get straight up stronger the more characters that they have on their team, I think that character is just good. What's up, Lana? Welcome to a stream that you're probably not gonna like because I'm bashing most of the characters in the game. And I'm just being honest. These are just my thoughts. These are my opinions. But they're like based in how the characters play, unfortunately. So I don't like Zhao, and the reason why I don't like him is because of his playstyle. It has nothing to do with his character or his character arc or his character design. All those other things I like about him. I just don't like pogo sticks. Or, okay, I don't like the pogo stick gameplay of just jumping up into the air and then slamming down on the ground, jumping back into the air, slamming back down into the ground. I just don't like that kind of gameplay. I think it's boring. Now, if everyone in the video game could do that kind of gameplay, I would have less of an issue with him as a gameplay style. If everyone in the whole game could just by default do the pogo stick gameplay, I wouldn't have that much of an issue. But because we have specific characters that do that, I think plunge damage is just dumb. And that's just a game design flaw to me. Eula, I'm gonna skip Eula. She's just garbage. She's just garbage. I know she does the most amount of physical damage out of any character in the game. She's a terrible cryo unit. She doesn't apply cryo that much. I think if... Can I tell what her scalings are? She scale off of? Is it just attack? Defense bonus. Okay, so here's the thing. If Eula scaled off of elemental mastery, I think she would be an amazing unit. Because she would do even more shatter damage. People don't understand. Recently I found out that a lot of people don't know that shatter scales off of EM. And my mind was blown. I was like, have you never played like a Kave Fridge Bloom team? Cause he does a lot of physical damage if you use him. And it's all because it scales off of EM. Do I like Raiden? I do like Raiden. But I think the reason why I like Raiden is because she is flexible. Which is a reason why I don't like Mavwika. Mavwika just isn't flexible enough. Now, I do have Mavwika, but the only reason why I got Mavwika is because I felt like I had to have her or else I would have a poor experience in gameplay. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I think that's a terrible thing to do in a video game. I think if you're gonna make it so that you have to have this character on your team or else you don't do well, I think if you're doing that, there's a problem. I feel like you don't know how to design something. And I can say that because I've designed things. I've designed a lot of things. But yeah, if Eula scaled off of EM and her attack specifically scaled off of how much EM she had, man, she would be such a good character. Her shatter damage would be so good. Oh my goodness. And if you put her on a superconduct team, so good. She'd be so good. Have you ever played a superconduct? Where is she? Where is she? I don't know where she is. It's because I have her. Okay, if you have you ever played a superconduct cryo infused Chi-Chi team? My goodness, that team does a lot of damage. And that's solely off of attack, and it's hardly EM. But like, if you made her scale off of EM, it would do so much more. Well, okay, for a sword character, it wouldn't do that much damage because you're not gonna shatter all the time. But if you're a claymore character like Eula, my guy, it would do so much damage. It would do so much damage, bro. Especially with like, if we had an electro character that buffed physical damage and did electro application every once in a while off field and they scaled off of EM, Shatter would be the new, or Shatter in Superconduct would actually be good. I say Shatter because you need Hydro on that team, but if the electro application is every once in a while, you're not gonna get electro charge. So it would just be a really good team, or a really good unit for that kind of archetype, which I don't understand why they don't go into Superconduct more, because Superconduct is really good. Sometimes it's better than Overload and Bloom, but it depends on the circumstance for it to be better. Because you can get more Superconduct hits than Bloom and Overload, even though typically Bloom and Overload are just gonna do more damage. But because you can get more hits out of Superconduct, sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's really circumstantial. Shenhe, oh wait, I didn't even talk about Yoimiya. That's how forgettable she is. Look, Yoimiya, I like Yoimiya, but I don't think she does enough damage at a baseline. I just want her to do more damage on a baseline. In her burst, I don't. Let me actually read what her burst does so I can actually understand what it does. Because every time I've used it, I just have never understood what it did. And I think that if I have to read something to understand what an attack is doing, in a video game, I think that's just poor design. Usually, it's visually explained what something does in a game. Usually it's visually explained what a video game does, and you don't need to read some manual. If it's an optional thing, that's fine. But yeah. Let's see. Opponents will be marked with Blaze, dealing AoE pyro damage. Will trigger an explosion that scales off of what? What does it scale off of? I assume attack. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It just didn't look different enough then. This does what I assumed that it did. Okay. This does exactly what I assumed that it did. It just doesn't visually show up enough to me. Shenhe, I have no reason to have Shenhe. She's just an accessory to me. And I don't mean that in a I don't mean that in a sexualized way. I mean that in she just buffs cryo damage. So I why are you not a 4-star unit? To me anyway. If she was a main DPS, like an actual main DPS, if she was designed to be a main DPS, I wouldn't say that she's an accessory, but because she just mainly stands the buff cryo damage, hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you, she's just an accessory. Yae Miko. Yae Miko is good. I just don't like her playstyle, and that's it. That's really genuinely it. I don't have Yelan, and I want Yelan. I just don't have her. It's the same with Nilou. Wander's kinda mid because you have to like super invest into him to make him strong, but I don't like bow main DPS characters. I just don't think they're fun. The only bow main DPS character I like is Tenari. He's the only one. It's because he does like quick shot damage. Risley, eventually I'll get him. It's just the inability to self-sustain is really what's stopping me from getting it. I just don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The rest of these characters go really quickly because these original characters had a lot of problems I didn't like. Most of these other ones they don't have that many big issues other than like some of them. Like maybe 3 of these characters have like big issues that I don't like. Navi is a good character. I just don't have her. That's it. That's it. Navia, Nilu, Yalan, they're just good characters. I just don't have them because another character came out at the time that I Okay, for Navia specifically, I didn't get her because I wanted Geo to be better as an element. I wanted them to just straight up buff Geo as an element, and they just wouldn't do it. So I just didn't get her. But she's a good character though. I'll be honest, she's good. And then obviously Xylonin, she's more new. I only got her because Navia exists, and she's a good character too. So, and she's essentially side grade Kazuha. So that means my Nuvolette team gets even stronger now. Zan Yun, I don't care about plunge damage. I don't care about the plunge style. Good healer, good buffer. I just plunge damage. I can't get behind that idea. If everyone can't do it, then no one should be able to do it. Is how I feel in this game. And just because certain characters like excel at that, I just think that's dumb. There's like what, only 3 characters that do plunge damage normally, and that's Zhao, Gaming, because I'm not his name is Gaming. Look what it says right there. That says Gaming. I'm gonna pronounce it the way that it's spelled. It's Gaming. If they just put a space between Ga and Ming, I would call him Ga Ming. But because it's just one word, I'm calling him Gaming. Chiori. Oh, hold on. So all the plunge characters are Varisa, Zanyun, Gaming, and Zhao. I'm pretty sure those are the only plunging characters, and I just think that's just dumb. I just think that's dumb. I'm sorry. I just think it's stupid that only those characters can like actually utilize plunge damage. I just think that's dumb. Everyone in the whole game has plunge attacks. They just don't use them. They just have no regular means of using those attacks. I just think that's stupid. I just think that's bad game design. What can I say? Chiori? She's just Albedo with Kaching's skill. That's it. She's just Albedo with Kaching's skill. And that's okay. While that is unique, I needed her to do something else as a character. As a Geo unit, I needed her to do something else. It's cool that she has a construct. It's just I need her to do something else. Other than the thing that she can use her skill to swap into a different character in the air. I need her to do something even other than that. I don't think that's enough. I need her to like buff elemental mastery for, well, okay, then she'd really be Albedo. I need her to like scale off of, wait, does she scale off of defense? Yeah, I think that's bad. Well, okay, that's good as an archetype. I think she needs to. I think she needs to do off-field damage instead of any kind of on-field damage. And I think her burst needs to like spawn. I don't know how I would redesign this character. I can't with the Geo. I can't with I just can't with Geo main damage units. I just can't do it. Actually, I think she's a sub DPS, but I just can't, bro. Buff Albedo. Siegeween, this is a useless character. I hope we can all agree that this is a useless character. Okay, so she's like best on a Farina team because of her healing. Is she a single target healer? Because that would be kind of bad if she's a single target. It will restore HP of all nearby party members except Siegeween herself. Okay. She's a team-wide healer. So yeah, she's only good for Farina. Honestly, I think her best team is like Farina or Neuvillette. But like Neuvillette just wants Farina. So like she's like she's like a downgrade for Farina on Neuvillette teams. And I think that's I just don't know, man. I just don't know about that. I just think she's a useless character. I think she needs to do something else. Healing the team, look, healing the team is fine. I just think maybe she needed to do like sub DPS rather than solely healing. Doing like off-field damage for her burst or something. Like she uses her burst and then it spawns in something and it deals damage over time. I think that's what she needed to do other than heal. Her skill could have healed for a bunch and that would have been fine. Just like that. Oh man, I would have designed a lot of these characters differently. And obviously a lot of the characters would just do more damage, but you know. Mulaney, I don't like her playstyle, so I skipped her. That's basically it. And I skipped her because I didn't think I could get her. But I didn't understand how the I didn't understand how the what's it called? The Radiant whatever? The new wishing system. I didn't understand how that worked. And I don't like that wishing system, by the way. I thought it was like I thought it was user friendly or player friendly early on, but now I've realized that it's not. Now I know it's just a gimmick for people to spend even more money, and I just think that's just an awful thing for them to do. And then Verisa, she is another plunge character, and I just don't like plunge as a playstyle. I would think that I would like plunge playstyle if everyone could do it. But that would be the only way. And when I say everyone could do it, I mean everyone had immediate access to it. But everyone does not have immediate access to it. So therefore, I think I think that it's a bad gameplay style. And I just don't like it. It's not a bad gameplay style objectively. I just think that it's ridiculous that everyone has the ability to do plunge damage, but they don't have access to it most of the time. I think that's just ridiculous. But she is fun to play. To be fair, I do actually think that she's a little fun to play. I just think that it's a bit much, and her character design doesn't make any sense to me. This just doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't think that she's an electro character based on her design. And it doesn't mean that they have to be like purple right? That doesn't mean that they have to have like dark blues or be purple or anything. That doesn't. They don't have to have that. She just doesn't seem like an Electro character based on her appearance. She looks more like a Geo character. Like Geo or Pyro is what I would guess based on how she looks. And I'm not even talking about her size. I'm not talking about that. It's just based on how she's dressed. Also, her dress, the way she's dressed doesn't make sense for this nation. Eon-san is the only character that makes sense for this nation. All the other characters are wearing something that doesn't make any sense for this kind of nation. Like, what are you? Sit Lolly kinda makes sense, kinda, but it feels a little bit more modern. And then Kachina's doesn't make any sense to me. She has a hoodie. Like, what's going on with that? This one more or less makes sense, except for whatever the hedgehog is going on there. Kanich doesn't make sense. He's wearing cargo pants and a hoodie. Like, what? You mean to tell me that this is a nation that's been at war for eons, right? This is a war-torn nation that's highly tribal. And this man has cargo pants and boots with straps? Really now? Genuinely? This guy has flipping blue jeans. You see what I mean, bro? It doesn't make any sense. But like, character design doesn't really matter that much. I've learned to ignore their character designs. Even this lady, she's wearing the latex biker outfit in a primal nation that's heavily worn torn. If this was a different video game, I'd get it, right? If this was more of a sci-fi video game, I'd understand. But because it's not, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, all the other Genshin fans, they hate me now because I just disagree with the design of certain characters and stuff like that. And speaking of writing, because that person left, by the way. They're like, no, he's talking shit about all my favorite characters, so I'm leaving. Or like, at least that's what I assume. That's why you left. Okay, that's what I assume. And that's not why you left. And maybe you just don't like that I'm being negative about Genshin Impact. I mean, it's not that I'm not being negative about the game. It's just that I just don't like how these things are designed, and I feel like they could be better if they were just designed differently. That's really it. But writing is good. Writing is a good character. Okay, she's an E-bot, right? She just uses her E, and that's it. She's a pretty flexible character. Oh yeah, I forgot about. So Malvika is not a flexible unit. She gets most of her damage from being with other Natlan characters. And that's not the case for any of the other Archons. Zhongli doesn't have to be with Leeway characters in order to be strong. Venti doesn't need to be with Mondstadt characters in order to be strong. Raiden doesn't need to be with Inazuma characters to be strong. They called her flexible. But she is. Okay, when it comes to, okay, I know some people don't understand how I think about these characters in this game. But I think it's just because people are way too parasocial with these characters. When I look at these characters in this video game, I don't really care about the character. I care about their utility in combat. And the reason for that is because the story has failed at making me actually care about the characters. And on top of that, This is a combat centric game. I'm gonna not care about the characters. Okay, I'm just not gonna care. The character does X, Y, Z, and that's all I care about. It's the same thing with Xenoblade Chronicles X. The only difference is that the story makes me care about those characters, and I can actually relate to those characters. That's the only real reason that I even care about how the characters look in that game, or how they interact with the other characters, or if they get hurt in a battle that's taking place during story. The only reason is because the story made me care. And guess what? The story isn't even the most important part of Xenoblade Chronicles X. What's crazy about Xenoblade Chronicles X is that it focuses on that combat, and that's the main part. And I kind of wish Genshin would just do that. The story is kind of a background spice of, or not spice of life, but it's like an extra ingredient, right? It's the salt and pepper, right? That goes into the dish, right? And then the meat and potatoes is the combat. And then the story is a nice little appeasing appetizer. You know what I mean? Like, if we just did that, I feel like the game would be better. Because I'm not gonna lie, these characters yap way too much, bro. They speak way too much. Too much speaking, not enough gameplay. Too much telling, not enough showing. And this is a visual medium. You're gonna tell me that you're gonna make a video game that has platforming in it, but you're gonna throw a bunch of character dialogue in and not let me actually play the game? Oh, the character jumped to the top of the mountain. You couldn't let me play that? Huh? Because there are multiple sequences in this game where they tell you that the characters did something that's like an action, and they won't let me do it. They just cut to a black screen. They hit me with the Pokemon experience. They put up a black screen and they tell you what happened. And a lot of video games are doing that these days, and I hate that. Just let me play. That's the whole point of a video game. Let me play it. But it is what it is, I guess. I suppose. Nahida doesn't get stronger just because she's with other Sumeru characters. She's just a good character. Black screen action is open. I'm just tired of it, bro. In Xenoblade Chronicles X, man, oh my gosh, that is literally the best video game I've ever played. Xenoblade Chronicles X, that is a video game through and through. It has a good amount of story. It's not super deep and convoluted and takes you out of the experience. No, it's a good story. It's well contained within that world, and then you get a ton of gameplay. What's not to love about that? Is my question. And it's a far better open world game than some of these other open world games that are out here. I'm gonna be honest, Breath of the Wild does not touch Xenoblade Chronicles X in terms of that open world. In terms of the story, shoot. And I'm not even doing this to attack Breath of the Wild, but like Xenoblade Chronicles X is really that kind of game, bro. That is a real video game right there. Not to say that some of these other games aren't real video games, because I'm playing the game. This is a real video game. It's just it just doesn't commit to being a video game. I tell you, man, in this game, what's funny is that this area of Genshin Impact actually feels like a video game. And then all the other parts of this game don't feel like doesn't feel like a video game. Dragon Spine is Dragon Spine is what I would consider to be a final level in a video game. Just because it's just that well designed. And then Storm Terror. Fighting Storm Terror feels like fighting a video game boss. It even does the classic side scrolling aspect, even though I don't like that in this game because I feel like it doesn't make any sense and the camera is absolutely garbage, but it is a classic video game kind of thing to do. It is a video game boss for sure. The Galaga boss fight in the very beginning is so funny. The dog fight that ensues, the um and then the side scroller boss that takes place right after that. It's so video gamey. Mondstadt is the most video game of this game. And then everywhere else, it's just story that, story that. To be fair, this area is the biggest offender. The quests dealing with this area in specific, 10 hours long. And there's one boss fight. 10 hours long, one boss fight, barely any combat. I'm just saying, where's my gameplay? Where is it? Where's my gameplay? Where is my gameplay? And what's crazy is that this area is the first time that they actually introduced narrative driven gameplay. So the people are like, oh, it's a story game. Guess what? The first time that they actually introduced narrative driven gameplay, like actual narrative driven gameplay, is in this region. Which, by the way, came out like 2 to 3 years after the game released. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. It's not a story game. Shut up. Now, I'm not even saying that to be mean and ugly and antagonistic. It's just the truth, brother. It just is. Not trying to hurt anyone's feelings when saying that. That's just that. It is what it is, man. Is that just is this just a mountain just to be a mountain? What the heck? But yeah, I wish I got more gameplay, bro. Look at all this empty space. It's not actually empty. You're supposed to go underneath here, and then the actual area shows up. But I just closed the game on accident. I didn't even mean to do that. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine that I did that because I think we're done anyway. I'm just ranting and going on a tangent as per usual. All right, well, tomorrow, or at least I'll try tomorrow. I don't know when I'll be getting back in the morning, but if I get back early enough, I will talk about the actual reason that I would start streaming today. So yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next one.